My dad used to tell me, everything worthwhile takes effort and hard work. No doubt his advice took me far academically and professionally, but does this also apply to love and relationship as well? I'm not so sure anymore. Up till now, I put in my best effort to save my 10 years relationship with John, but we're still broken up. I worked on myself for a whole year after that to put myself back out there again, only to get rejected again and again. It was hard not to feel defeated and hopeless as I crossed into my early 30s. As I was about to get the word "Old Maid" tattooed across my forehead, I unexpectedly reconnected with an old flame, Jeffrey. Flashback to the summer of 2005. Jeffrey and I first met when I was apartment hunting with a classmate of mine. I was about to start optometry school soon, and Jeffrey was looking for someone to take over his lease as he was moving away to start law school in Chicago. We arranged a time to sign the lease on a late Monday afternoon after he got off of work. I almost canceled on him since I was drowning in my own snot and tears from my first major heartbreak with John 2 weeks earlier. After navigating the crazy streets of Berkeley without Google Map, I finally showed up half an hour late. I knocked on his apartment door and found him standing there, still in his work dress shirt and pants. His hair was neatly combed back to the right side, looking like an Asian James Bond. Not dressed to impress, I showed up in an old t-shirt, mom jeans, and a not-so-cute just roll out of bed ponytail, literally. Yet somehow he still found me attractive, even through those god-awful metal BCGs, aka birth control glasses. Of course, he told me all this much later after we were together. At the time, I was oblivious to his interest in me because I was trying hard not to have an emotional breakdown in front of him. Anyways, he showed me around the apartment and explained the lease to me. After about an hour of listening to him talking endlessly about asbestos and other useless lease jargon, I signed on all the dotted lines and hurried downstairs to leave. Surprisingly, he insisted on walking me to my car. This guy was way too attentive and nice. He must be up to something. My creep antenna immediately perked up. We finally got to my car and he still wouldn't leave, asking me more about myself. Good God, can he talk? He was almost twice my size, so I tried to keep the conversation cordial and polite while secretly trying to come up with an escape plan. What excuse should I use? Why am I still talking to him? I hope he's not a stalker. Shit. He got my phone number and address on the lease. Halfway through our conversation, I finally realized that he was hitting on me. Up till then, I had only one real boyfriend, and most of the initial flirting was done online, so I was completely caught off guard. I had no idea flirting in person was this hard, but then again, I was heartbroken and unprepared. While I was physically attracted to him, I wasn't interested in starting anything new, even a rebound one, but I was flattered by all the attention he gave me. It was 7:30 by now, and the sun was about to set. Perfect. This was my chance to escape. I told him I needed to be home before dark or else my parents would worry. He finally let me go, but asked if he can call me later that week. We ended up talking until 1 a.m. a few days later, just getting to know each other, and I felt like he would make a really good friend. Being a somewhat naive 23-year-old, I was no match for his charm, wit, and humor. Jeffrey was the real-life version of that imaginary boyfriend, minus the voice. I wasn't able to make this connection until now, because back then I was too busy getting swept off my feet. Besides, having a new suitor certainly helped me get over John quicker. Jeffrey was the complete opposite of John, like night and day. He was attentive, reliable, but most importantly, he was the alpha male that I needed to feel like a girl again. With John, I made most of the decision and planning because I was good at it, but I desperately wanted to put down my organizer and have someone else lead instead. I thought I hit the jackpot with Jeffrey, so after 2 weeks of dating, we were officially a couple, even though he was leaving for Chicago in a few days, and I swore I would not get into another long-distance relationship again. Yep, my brain got high on dopamine and I wasn't the wiser. However, something inside of me didn't feel right. Jeffrey had always been very expressive about his feelings for me, but I couldn't fully believe him since everything was moving too fast. We had only gotten to know each other within a few short weeks, for goodness sake. What the heck were we thinking starting a new relationship like this? How could he be in love with me already since I was still trying to figure out my feelings for him? I'm sure the love will grow eventually, right? Unfortunately, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't feel the same love for him as he had for me, and the distance between us didn't help. Our phone conversations became shorter and shorter as I grew more irritated and annoyed by his incessant teasing, referring to me as crazy Viet girl every time I said or did something he thought was silly. He told me it's a term of endearment, but to me it was just childish and immature. This, plus the stress of school, took a toll on me, and I realized we were slowly drifting apart. I couldn't see our future surviving for the next 4 years like this, but most importantly, I couldn't see myself in his future. He wanted a career in politics, and I didn't want to have anything to do with the spotlight or care for the political arena. So I ended it 6 months later when I dropped him off at the airport during his last visit with me. He didn't seem too bothered by it, and we remained Facebook friends, so I never really knew the depth of his love for me, and neither did he. In hindsight, I got lost in the fog of excitement and mistaken that for love. However, on a subconscious level, I pushed him away because of my insecurities. Jeffrey was and is still one of the smartest people I know. I didn't feel like I was his intellectual equal, so being with him brought out one of my worst fears. He would leave me for someone else who's smarter or better looking because I didn't feel like I was good enough for him. So I went back to my safety zone and gave John another chance. We pretty much lost contact for the next 7 years, and I didn't hear back from him until 2013 when he Facebook messaged me late one night. Uh-oh, this can't be good. What does he want? Find out next time on Awaken to Love. Till then, I want to hear from you. Have you ever broken up with someone because you didn't think you were good enough, and did you regret that decision? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for listening. Take care, and I will talk to you soon.